Today, I'm going to teach you guys how to make my gumbo. This is one that put me on the map, made people pay attention to my culinary skills. Everyone who's tried it falls in love with it. It even made a Jewish girl eat pork. That's not a joke. I guess for her, this gumbo was a religious experience. What up guys, my name is Chef Chess Thomas, aka Deathcore Chef, and today we are learning how to make my chicken and sausage gumbo. This recipe is the one that put me on the map. It's the one I've made famous. Everyone who's tried my food, this is their favorite dish, and this is the one that I'm gonna be teaching you guys today to start off our soup special for this month. Technically it's not a soup, it's a stew, but still. I remember growing up in Louisiana, getting to watch Justin Wilson growing up, learn from him how to make some gumbo, and from there, I went to Leah Chase. Leah Chase taught me some secrets, how to make gumbo taste even better. And then we got to modern day chefs such as Isaac Toups, and Isaac Toups taught me how to make it better and faster. And today I finally have my own recipe, my own gumbo that I get to teach you guys. It's kind of like the other chefs, except mine's more better. So that introduction joke about the Jewish girl eating pork, that's not me being insensitive to like religions. That actually is a true story. We're feeding a bunch of people. We knew that there were some people with religious exemptions, couldn't have pork. And we made a pork-free version of the same gumbo. Unfortunately, we ran out of it, and a girl who was Jewish wanted to eat more gumbo, and I told her, I was like, we only have the pork version. And to that, she simply replied, God can look away for a moment. And that's where I started to think to myself, damn, this gumbo is so good. This woman told God to hold up for a second. She needs to go eat this gumbo. And now we're gonna teach you guys how to make it. Ingredients for chicken and sausage gumbo. 4 chicken thighs, salt to taste, black pepper, a lot of it. I mean a lot of black pepper. Half a cup of peanut oil, half a cup of all-purpose flour, 1 large onion diced, 1 large red bell pepper diced, 2 ribs of celery diced, 6 cloves of garlic. Yes, it's a lot. Yes, we want them all. 3 bay leaves, 4 sprigs of thyme. None of that dried shit, real thyme. 1 bottle of amber style beer, 4 cups of chicken stock, half a tablespoon of cayenne pepper, 1 pound of sausage of choice. I'll be using andouille sausage. Make 2 cups of rice and garnish with green onions. So we're about to make a dark roux. Now if you remember back to the bechamel stuff in the mac and cheese episode, put it over here. We've already made a roux. I've already explained to you guys what it is. It is flour and a fat of your choice. In this case, the fat is going to be our Louisiana peanut oil. No, it will not affect people with peanut allergies. If you happen to burn your roux, that's fine. It happens to the best of us. Just start over. Now, if this is your first time making a roux, by all means, go low and slow. There's no shame in it. We're all here to learn. However, if you actually know what you're doing and you think you can handle it, crank the heat on high and constantly stir. Go the low and slow route, you might be there for an hour, stirring every 20 minutes. If you go my route and go my speed, you'll get it done in 15 to 20 minutes. Now, I think the thing about my gumbo that makes it amazing was it was an accident. My friend said add beer. I did, but I added way too much. He only meant a splash of beer. I added a whole bottle. When it comes to the Cajun Trinity, there are onions, bell pepper, and celery. It's like a French mirepoix, but carrots did not grow in Louisiana, so they used bell pepper, which is what they had. We're also gonna be using garlic. Now, I understand some of y'all are afraid to mince garlic, cut garlic. It's really small, super delicate, it's super sensitive. You have to be gentle with it. So I'm gonna show you how I mince garlic. We're done. Make sure you have all your ingredients ready. Make sure that the kids are being watched and make sure the game is where you can see it, because once you get in this spot and you start whisking away, making sure it doesn't burn, you cannot walk away. I'm telling you right now, if you walk away from a roux while it's cooking, even if it's just to go get a drink, you will come back and it will be burnt. It's sensitive. We have our oil into a hot pot. As you can see, it's already heating up. It's already hot. Once I throw this flour into this mixture, you'll see it all fizzing up and start reacting. We're going to constantly stir just to make sure it doesn't burn, and we're not going to walk away at all. And if you see from the initial reaction, the heat, the flour, the oil, we are on our way. Now your roux should be like this for the most of the time. It should be like a liquid. Now eventually, if enough heat gets in here, it'll look like wet sand. Make sure that when you're doing this, you clean up the edges. A lot of times the edges go unnoticed and you'll have burnt roux over here. Now notice also I'm using gloves. That's for safety reasons because this is Cajun napalm. If it splashes and gets on you, well, you're just gonna have to ride it out until it stops burning because it's oil based. You can't just wash it off and go away. It's gonna be in your skin. So what we have in this scene is a roux that's on the verge of burning. It looks like wet sand or mud. It smells like burnt popcorn. Relax, you didn't do anything wrong. Just simply remove it from the heat source, continue to stir. Eventually the roux will relax and go right back to a liquid state as you see here. At that time, put it right back on the heat source and continue to cook it. Now, we're at a brown roux here. We need to push past that. We're going for a chocolate roux. It looks like a Hershey's chocolate bar. So continue to cook it, continue to stir continuously. And eventually you're going to get to a point where you go from a brown roux, which we have here, to a dark roux, which we have here. Now, I know we have a lot of lights and cameras, and it probably looks a little bit lighter for everyone who's judging roux right now, but I assure you that is a dark chocolate roux. So y'all know what to do. That's what it looks like. Now, when adding our Trinity, we actually need to add it in a certain order. So we're going to start with our onions, celery, and bell pepper. And if you look at the roux reaction to our onion, this is hotter than caramelized sugar right now. This is Cajun napalm at its best. You just throw it in, and we're going to leave out the garlic and we're going to leave out the bay leaves until it cools down a little bit. And then we'll add our bay leaves and then we'll eventually add in our garlic, but not until that Trinity and roux cool down. So garlic has a lower smoke point than everything else that we just added, so it goes last. Now we're about to add in our beer. You can use any kind of beer you want. I'm using an amber style beer. I recommend amber or blondes. I think stouts are too powerful, and I think light beer, honestly, you might as well be cooking with water. There's no point. So you're cooking out your alcohol, but you're also adding in 1/3 at a time so it can incorporate with our roux and our flour, and it doesn't get lumpy gravy or anything bad. And it just helps it to incorporate itself into our final product. And it's holding all those liquids just better that way. So continue to pour in all your liquids until they're gone. Add in our little bit of cayenne pepper and paprika if you want to. It's fine. This is your gumbo, whatever you want to add. Cayenne is the basics. That's really all you need right there. But some of y'all are going to go crazy and add like ghost pepper stuff, and it's not necessary. It's not traditional. Don't do it. We're going to add in some thyme and then a lot of black pepper, a lot of it. I'm telling you, a lot. Like when your arms start hurting, keep grinding. Then we're going to add in some raw chicken that'll cook inside of our roux, releasing all the gelatinization from the bones, making our stock and roux a little bit richer and a little bit more better tasting. At this point, we're just going to take some andouille sausage and we're going to chop it up however you guys want. Y'all can do moons, y'all can do quarters, y'all can do coins. Just like I said, channel your Lorena Bobbitt or whatever her name was, the lady who cut off her husband's you know what, and just cut some sausage and have a blast. And there you have it, guys. Just like that, gumbo made easy. Now, when you go and make this, do me a favor. Do not use some bullshit rice. Like if you're going to go and make a gumbo from start to finish, take the time and make some rice. I swear to God, if I see one of you using Uncle Ben's 1 minute rice for my gumbo, I will find you. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit biased. I'm sure all the other content creators who got to try my food say it's amazing are also a little bit biased because I'm amazing and they just want to be nice to me. But who's not biased is my cameraman Kiko, and I'm gonna let him try it and tell me what he thinks. Fire.
That's so good.
What do you on a scale of 1 to 10? 9.8. Fair enough, I'll take it. That's awesome, right?
That's really fucking good.
So, guys, I hope you guys had an amazing time. I know Kiko's going to finish this one off, and I'm not going to lie. I myself even got me a bowl because this one is like, it's just too good to even pass up. Now, I know what a lot of you guys are thinking. Chef, send me a bowl. Unfortunately for you guys, I'm keeping all of it, and I'm going to store it in our brand new Super Cubes. Now, I'll never go and tell you guys just to get something because someone's offering me a kickback on whatever you guys. However, I had these in my kitchen before they even reached out to be a part of the soup special for the month of November. How it works is whatever you have left over as far as soups are concerned or any other food that you want to meal prep, simply just put the leftovers into the container, take the lid, cover it up, and then we just pop this into the freezer and let it freeze. After it's frozen, simply pop it out of the container, and then you guys have homemade soup that you made 3 months ago, but it tastes fresh. Remember guys, about 30 to 40% of our food system is just pure waste, and with Super Cubes, we can probably reduce that by a little bit. Do your part, save the environment, save our food system, do it for the kids, do it for me, do it for your country. Do it so my wife won't leave me. Sarah, no! Link in the description. I hope you guys had a great time. I appreciate you guys watching the videos. Drop a like, drop a subscribe, show us your friends that we exist. Buy all of our merch, and I will see you on the next one. Keep it chaotic. Later, guys.